Jussie Smollett has been sentenced to 150 days in jail and a lot more, but it's the details of what transpired in court that we need to talk about because Jussie is leaning in to that he is an innocent man and not suicidal. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So as you know, we've been covering this Jussie Smollett situation for months now. We just reported to you that Jussie had appealed the decision that he was guilty. He wanted the judge to overturn that and change the verdict from guilty to not guilty. If not, he wanted a trial, a new trial. Along with that, this was discussed during the case where his lawyers went into detail on why that he deserved a new trial. He even had his poor grandmother go on the stand and talk about how good of a kid he is. In all honesty, grandmother, she even talked about the media and how they have been terrible in their investigative reporting. Respectfully, grandmother, I'm not going to even go there. I'm not going to even go there. I respect my elders. And I respect the law, unlike Jussie Smollett. With that being said, let's get into what Jussie is going to have to pay and how much time he's gotten. So, Jussie was sentenced to 150 days in jail for his elaborate hoax on the streets of Chicago, and Jussie went off on the judge. But Judge Lynn just handed down the sentence, which also includes 30 months felony probation, $120,000 in restitution to the city of Chicago, and will pay a $25,000 fine. Judge Lynn wasn't playing with Jussie when he decided upon this. Okay, so Judge Lynn pointed to Jussie's testimony during trial when he talked about his life and he talked about social justice and how much it meant to him and his family. At one point, Jussie, as they're escorting him out because he was remanded immediately, he putting his fist up. I said, for all of our civil rights ancestors that really were doing this fight, that's so disrespectful. So disrespectful. I've digressed. So, Judge Lynn pointed to Jussie's testimony during trial when he talked about his life and talked about social justice and how much it meant to him and his family. And the judge noted the irony and hypocrisy that Jussie engineered a hate crime hoax. Judge Lynn says Jussie wasn't motivated by money. He did it because he craved the attention and thought he could boost his profile by tapping into the social justice movement in America. He said he just wanted to make himself more famous, throwing himself a, quote, national pity party. The judge wasn't having it. The judge was not having it. The judge called Jussie arrogant, selfish, narcissistic, and he did damage to the real victims of hate crimes. We've been saying it, Judge. We've been saying it. Victims are always reluctant to come forward, which we've always told people, and Jussie did them no favors. The judge says Jussie lied, and lied repeatedly about the incident. The judge made it clear he was not sentencing Jussie to satisfy public opinion. It was purely a matter of what Jussie did. The judge said that there was nothing he could do that would be worse than what he did to himself, saying Jussie destroyed his life by his shenanigans. Jussie declined to speak in open court before sentencing. His lawyer advised against it. As I said to you before, Jussie's grandmother, 92-year-old grandmother, got on stand and pled for leniency, and she launched on the media for not reporting the story accurately. She called him a justice warrior. Respectfully, Grandma, who has been steeped in social activism for years. She told the judge if he sends Jussie to prison, he should send her along with him. So the lawyer for the city of Chicago made it clear this was not a victimless crime. saying more than 30 Chicago cops investigated the case and had to review more than 1,500 hours of surveillance video. They went door to door in the freezing cold to get to the bottom of the case, and it's cold in Chicago. They amassed more than 1,000 hours in overtime, and it caused fatigue and stress. The lawyer also said Jussie has made real hate crime victims hesitant to come forward. So on Jussie's side, his attorneys made a series of arguments during the hearing, imploring the judge to throw out the verdict. Notably, his lawyer argued because of the pretrial publicity by city officials, including the police commissioner, Jussie did not enjoy the constitutional protection of being presumed innocent. The judge rejected that argument. The judge also turned thumbs down on the argument Jussie was entitled to a public trial and that his lawyer argued was not the case. The special prosecutor fired back. Even during a pandemic, the trial was open to reporters, and also the defense didn't want cameras in the courtroom during the trial. So it's rich. They're making this an argument now. This is why it's so important to get the full details of a story, because remember when I reported on this, I said, well, yeah, I could see where they have a case, but that was a lie. They could have, but they were the ones that did not want that to happen because they didn't want us reporting on it, but we still got the tea. But here's the important part that you need to hear. Jussie in court, again, making this about himself, making it seem as he's this big social activist, and if you don't know the story about, I'm sure you've heard multiple stories. Sandra Bland, may she rest in peace. People trying to make out real victims. And this is what angers so many people, is the fact that he would use this moment, being sentenced, to make it seem as if I can't promise you what might happen to me. I'm not suicidal. Let me just play it for you guys so you can hear Jussie and his BS.
So the jury found you guilty, and I've sentenced you as I have. You have the right to appeal the findings and rulings of the court, or ask your sentence be modified. To do those things, you need to file a notice of appeal in writing within 30 days. You may also file a motion to modify your sentence, which would have to be filed in writing within 30 days. Anything not stated in those filings are waived for purposes of appeal. You cannot afford lawyers or transcripts. They would be provided free of charge. Do you have any questions?
No, I would just like to say to Your Honor that I am not suicidal. That's what I would like to say.
Okay.
I am not suicidal.
Okay.
I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years, and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you, and I respect the jury, but I did not do this, and I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself, and you must all know that. I respect you, Your Honor. I respect your decision. Jail time. I am not suicidal.
Okay. So as you heard, Jussie is not suicidal. Will something happen to Jussie for more than likely he will only serve half of the 150 days that he's been sentenced to. So it would approximately be a little over 2 months for the crime that he committed. And this is just a sign to all of you clout chasers out there. Stop it. It could possibly lead to jail time. Look, we've covered this story, and I even tried to have an open mind. I said, maybe Jussie might. Okay, look, I told you guys already, I was suspect of this whole situation from the very beginning. But I was like, you know what? I'm not going to put that out there. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know all the details. But when it came out that Jussie was lying, I was like, damn it, I'm good. Intuitive. I hope that he will let this appeal go. I wish Jussie will move on. I do believe that Jussie faked this whole situation. And to me, it has something more clinical going on. The fact that he's leaning in, even at court, leaning in. It's so disturbing to me. So disturbing to me. And I don't know what it is. I don't know. Psychologists out there, if you are a psychologist or psychiatrist, let me know what this is. Because I know a lot of people are going to say it's narcissism. It's narcissism. I don't think it's just narcissism. It's a whole other level. But maybe it is narcissism. Maybe it's narcissism mixed with some other things. I don't know. But it's quite disturbing because I just saw a brighter future for Jussie, and he decided to go down a whole other road. Guys, let me know your thoughts. If you feel like, is this a correct amount of time for what Jussie did? I actually think he got off pretty easy. Either way, you know Jussie's going to continue to fight this, and we're going to continue to judge him for it. As always, guys, let's continue the conversation below. I want to know your thoughts on what Jussie had to say, the little things that he was throwing out there into the universe and to the people. I guess he wants us to be outside the court saying, "Go Jussie." No, that will only be the Smollett family, no one else. As always, guys, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.